What should the role of government be in housing?
Well, I think they're not fulfilling that. One is the interest rates need to be affordable, and they're not. We should have the lowest interest rates in the world. We have the dominant currency on planet Earth. We should have the lowest interest rates so that people can afford a mortgage. And they would fabricate it. It would be completely synthetic, made up money, backed by the U.S. government. Lowest mortgages in the world, right here in America. 3%, that works.
And how would you justify United States being the country that offers the low interest rates? Is that just because of sheer productivity? We're so productive that we can afford to?
Yeah, we're productive. Why not? Why not? We're going to go spend $1 trillion on this freaking nonsense in Iran. So why not? Why not have our people living in a house? If they want a house, by the way, I don't even think that solves the problem, though. Okay.
What do you think is the
I don't think that because I think a lot of you guys were going to be like, I don't want a house. I don't want to own a house. I want like the complexes we're buying today comes with a $4 million swimming pool, $1 million of amenities, $250,000 gym. It comes with a Whole Foods right across the street, a Trader Joe's 2 blocks away. I can walk downstairs and go get clean eating anytime I want. Like that's what people want. They don't want to drive 40 minutes to get to their Whole Foods. And so I think, do some people want a home? Maybe. Yeah, you want to raise kids
I would argue
there?
more people would want a house than live in a condo.
Maybe. But I think if you talk to some of the guys that I talk to that work for me in Miami, first of all, you can rent for 50% today of what it costs for a mortgage.
That is true.
Just the mortgage.
Yeah.
Not the PMI, not the taxes, property taxes, not the insurance on top of that, just the mortgage itself. If the mortgage is $4,000, you can rent something comparable, not a house, maybe even a house for $2,000 in Miami. In Vegas, same thing in Vegas. Okay. So, I got one of my guys, Ryan, I think his rent's $8,000 a month. The place is worth $4 million. Okay. The HOA fees and the property taxes are more than $8,000 a month. So the guy's got $4 million of dead money, plus the HOA fees, plus the property taxes, plus the insurance. Ryan pays no insurance, no HOA. He doesn't have dead money. He can leave anytime he wants.
Why would the owner agree to rent at those terms?
Because he doesn't want to be empty.
But why can't he just sell it?
Why does the guy charter his jet?
Why not just sell it?
He can't sell it.
Well, then it's not worth $4. Then what do you think it's worth?
You're right. But he's not. He's like, I don't want to lose money. He's like, he's got $4 in it. It's just that you don't have any buyers right now. If you had lower interest rates, somebody would buy that asset.
You know what I was really surprised about? I didn't realize this, is that when you have a primary residence and you sell it for a profit, you pay capital gains.
Yeah.
You get the exemption.
First $250 or $500 for couples.
But what I didn't realize is that when you sell at a loss, you cannot take a capital loss.
That's right.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy, dude.
That if you lose money, because I see sellers here that are millions of dollars in the red on a property that they paid at the top of the market in 2021, it's worth $3 million less. They can't take a write-off off.
That's right.
They just, after-tax money, it's gone.
See,
it's
like
crazy to me.
These rules, the rules that extend to investment purchases should be extended to single-family homes. So Trump sent Bernie Moreno into my office and said, hey, Grant, I'm down in Miami. I want to know, do you have any ideas about how to really get housing going, accelerate housing? I said, yeah, here's the number one thing you should do. Like you guys, when I walked in, first question I asked, did you accelerate the depreciation on this place? They should pass on accelerated depreciation. I get it on every property. Every property I buy, if we paid $1 million or $10 million or $100 million, I'm going to probably write off under the bonus depreciation, accelerate 27 years of depreciation on a home to year one. So I'm going to probably get like a $40 million. 40 cents of every dollar will be written off the day I buy it. That should be extended to single family homes. So you paid $1.3 million for this place, 40 to 50% of it would be accelerated. Day one, you'd be able to write off $500,000 today.
But how would that not just like increase the price of housing?
Well, it would. It would accelerate. People would start buying. That would absolutely increase the price of housing.
I think what
you want your house to go up in value? You want it to go down?
What Jack is trying to say is for the average person just saying, hey, well, I just want to buy a place. Now these laws pass.
Yeah.
And they're
It's
like,
already
oh,
in place.
crap. Well,
It's
now
already-
it just increased.
It's already in place for me. All it's doing is it's already been approved by Congress. I get this every year. This is why I don't pay any taxes. My tax bill last year was zero. Why? Because we buy an asset, we write it down. Blackstone buys an asset, writes it down. Starwood buys an asset, writes it down. All the major insurance companies, New York Life, MetLife. New York Life and MetLife own $200 billion of real estate in this country. Nobody ever talks about them because they're insurance companies and they stay out of the news. You came in here and bought this place and you didn't get the write-off.
True.
Why don't you get the write-off?
Well, I can.
Well, on this one, you can't. Well, if it's your single-family home, you can't.
I do not live here, no.
Okay, good. So because it's an investment property, you should be able to write this off. But the single-family home, the guy across the street should also be able to write his off when he buys it and accelerate it this year. You know what that would do to this country? He would get a $400,000 tax write-off this year. Imagine he makes that $400,000 we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's that insurance agent that I ragged on. Okay, he gets a $400,000 write-off against his earned income this year. His tax bill is zero. He pays no federal taxes. Would that be good for Las Vegas?
Absolutely.
100%, because now he's got $200,000 to spend that he wouldn't have had he had that tax bill.
See, I always felt that the mortgage interest deduction should be raised
100
to $1.5 million.
Well, it should be raised to $5 million.
And then I also think that the capital gains exclusion
should be raised to $5 million. It should be 10x or maybe not have one at all.
Here's what's crazy.
No limit.
When the capital gains exclusion for single-family homes was passed, it was the late 90s.
Yeah.
The average home back then, $400,000 to $500,000 on the high end, by the way. And that was the exclusion.
Yeah.
Now it's closer in some major cities to $1 million.
Yeah, that's right.
But the exclusion stays the exact same. It's never been adjusted for inflation.
Yeah.
They should increase that.
Yeah. So like the interest, okay? When I pay, I have debt on, this is why people hate me or don't like me. This is my criticism. I have debt on $2.2 billion of real estate. So the moment I say $2.2 billion, they're like, oh, you see, he's bragging. I'm just using it as an example. My interest on $2.2 billion, which I don't pay for, by the way, my tenants pay for. I mean, it's funded in the project, right? 100% of that $2.2 billion times, let's say 5%, whatever, $110 million of interest is deductible every year. You can't deduct more than about $42,000. Shouldn't be there. Should be no limitation. It's an American product, American house, bought in America. You should be able to deduct 100% of the interest. 2, the capital gains. Okay, you bought this place for $1.3 million. You sell it $3 million. You make $1.4 million. You shouldn't be like, why should you pay taxes on that $1.4 million when I don't? Why? Why pay capital gains? What's the government got to do with the ownership of your own car? Okay, if you bought that shirt and sold the shirt for more money because people think you're famous, okay? Whatever, right? And you bought it for $80 and you sell it for $300. You don't pay capital gains. Your bicycle, your motorcycle, your car, nothing has capital gains except a house. And it shouldn't. And that's what Trump's open to, by the way, for all your Trump haters. They like the idea of trying some of this stuff. He pitched the accelerated depreciation 2 Mondays after I told them about it. He pitched it at Davos. And I heard that he's going to be signing an executive order to present to Congress this year.
This episode is in partnership with Airbnb. So Graham and I just wrapped up a trip. We were in Austin for a few days. We filmed episodes with Togi, Chris Camillo, and Caleb Hammer. And honestly, every time we're on the road, we're staying at homes on Airbnb. It's just become the default.
And here's the thing most people don't think about. When you're the one traveling, your place back home is just sitting there empty. And that's a real missed opportunity.
Whether you're gone for a long weekend or a few weeks, you can list your space on Airbnb and let it work for you while you're away.
If you've ever thought about hosting, but weren't sure how to manage everything from the road, Airbnb now has the co-host network. You can connect with a vetted local co-host who has real hosting experience and can take care of the day-to-day for you.
A co-host can manage reservations, handle guest communication, and even provide on-site support so you don't have to think about it while you're traveling.
So instead of your home sitting empty, you could be generating some extra cash, whether that helps you cover the next trip, your flights, or just goes towards something that you've been putting off at home.
I actually listed a spare room in my house on Airbnb, and I was genuinely so surprised how easy it was to set up, how seamless the entire process was, and it actually made me some pretty good money. I would actually recommend this to anyone out there that wants to make a little extra cash on the side. It's honestly phenomenal. If you're thinking about hosting but want some help getting started, find a co-host at airbnb.com/host.